Good morning, dear students. Wish you all a very good day. Intermediate second year prose and second lesson. The title of the lesson, The Secret of Work. Title of the lesson, The Secret of the Work by Swami Vivekananda. Already last class we have to discuss about the lesson, about the author. Now due to continue to reminding lesson. The Secret of Work by Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda real name is Narendranath Dutt. Swami Vivekananda real name is Narendranath Dutt. He is the greatest genius of India. He is the disciple of Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Swami Vivekananda, disciple of the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. So, in this lesson, the secret of work, this is the one central idea. So, which is he was taken from idea which is from Gita. So, which Gita? Bhagavad Gita. So, in this lesson, he was aspect taken from this is the central idea in the Bhagavad Gita. Is compared to secret of work and nature and character is taken from the central idea is taken from Gita, Bhagavad Gita. This is the central idea. So it was not attached to it. Samskara can be translated very nearly. Samskara. It was said to as samskara. Samskara means reformatory. Samskara. It is the Sanskrit word samskara. So samskara means in samskara word is compared to inherited and tendency. Is the attitude dependent upon samskara. So the samskara it is the word samskara depend and it's the inherited and tendency. Samskara, the samskara word, the samskara inherited and tendency, especially the both words, it's our behavior and attitude. It is our behavior and attitude is the central idea. Where is from is taken Bhagavad Gita in the samskara. So let's continue reading this. Work incessantly, but be not attached to it. Samskara can be translated very nearly by inherited tendency. Using the simile of a lake for the mind. Every view that rises in the mind when it subsides does not die out entirely, but leaves a mark and future possibility of that wave coming out again. This mark with the possibility of waves reappearing is what is called samskara. Every work that we do, every movement of the body, every thought that we think leaves such an impressions on the mind stuff, and even when such impressions are not abused on the surface, they are sufficiently strong to work beneath the surface. Subconsciously, what we are every movement is determined by the sum total of these impressions on their mind. What I am just at this moment is the effect of the sum total of all the impressions of my past life. This is really what is meant by character. Each man's character is determined by the sum total of these impressions. If good impressions prevail, the character becomes good. If bad, it becomes bad. If a man continuously hears bad words, thinks bad thoughts, does bad actions, his mind will be full of bad impressions, and they will influence his thought and work without his being conscious of the fact. Again I repeat, this is the one central idea in Gita. What incessantly but will not attach to the samskara can be translated very nearly by inherited tendencies. Using the simile of a leg for the mind, ever view, the rise in the mind when it subsides does not die out entirely but leaves a mark and a future possibility of what were coming out again. This mark with possibility of waves reappearing is what is called samskara. Every word that we do, every movement of the body, every thought that we think, leave such an impressions on the mind stuff, and even when such impressions are not obvious on the surface, they are sufficiently strong work beneath the surface. Subconsciously, what we are, every movement is determined by the sum total of these impressions on the mind. What I am just at this moment is effect of sum total of all the impressions of my past life. This is really what is meant by character. Each man's character is determined by the sum total of these impressions. If good impressions prevail, the character becomes good. If bad is becomes bad. If man continuously hears bad words, thinks bad thoughts, does bad actions, his mind will be full of bad impressions that they will influence his thought and work without his being conscious of the fact. In fact, those impressions are always working and their resultant must be evil. In the central idea of this lesson is taken from Bhagavad Gita. In the Bhagavad Gita, one of the word samskara, the entire totally in the lesson, human beings can depending upon samskara. Samskara, inherited tendency. It was reformatory of individually life. Human beings of different psychologies, different thoughts, different characters as in human beings. So in samskara, it is our attitude will be attitude and attitude. Attitude means our behavior. Attitude, our thoughts. Attitude, you following good way, increasingly high level. It is attitude. So, Swami Vivekananda said to us, in this using simile of lake for mind, our mind is compared to lake in flow of the water. So, anyone, we have to one thought rise our mind. It was a life desire. But for example, we have need to some food like ice cream. Just it's like an ice cream. It is your desire. Then the ice cream has, if you have to available and you eat that, then you will fulfill satisfying in your mind. Then again, it is ice cream is, do you have eat regularly 2 days? After 3 days, in your mind again rise your another one thought, that is first your desire ice cream, next one again another one thought in your mind desire, that is another same as thought ice cream, but if you want ask one kind, that is chocolate. So if you have to one way, that is again more again desires. that you will follow to good way is given to good result. But you cannot satisfy, it should not be satisfied given to bad result. It is our human beings' attitude. Then everywhere that rise in the mind, it's like a repeal. Repeal means make a one kind sound. Waves make one kind sound. So waves as flow on the ocean. Finally, the waves reach in beach, edge of the ocean. So in ocean waves, it makes very silently. Then after a while, the waves finally reach an edge, end of the ocean edge. It makes the waves have touched on the earth. It made very biggest sound. It was very huge kind of sound. It is called ripple. Then every waves that rise in the mind, we can rise every waves. If you can to start one work, but you don't know about first you will start the work. Then first day you don't know about the work. Second day you have to learn what is the name of work. Next, what is the work? And third one, what is the nature of the work? Next, after that, it is utilized our life. It is work and learning and implementations. It is given to bright future in my life. You think. So, it is your effort. It is your mind. So, it was compared to waves rise the mind. Waves rise the mind. It was inspired. Every waves and the waves is very ripple highly, approximately 10 feet, 11 feet, rising. Then finally the waves are fall on the beach and again rise up waves. It was process will be continuously. So it cannot disappoint you in your life. So in your more abilities rise up. He was reminding to us when it is succeed, it does not have entirely, but leaves a mark and future possibility of it, wave coming again, coming out again. It is our life, work, nature. Thoughts are rise up our mind, but we have to learn which is work. We feel like good, given to good result. If you can treat like bad, result is evil. Then possibility of, do you know about the work? Do you have to helpful another one? It is possibility, but you should not follow the possibility. Dispose and you cannot disgrace. So possibility of solve that. Coming out again, waves coming out again. So observe in ocean and sea. Waves are very oftenly come out again. There is no rest. There is no should not come, because it was very oftenly repeated to waves coming out again and again. Then this mark with the possibility of waves reappearing is what is called samskara. Is what is called samskara. Our life reformatory rectified by it. We have to mistakes. But some mistakes are rectifying. Some mistakes are should not rectify. Why? It is our mistake. It is the depending upon our character, our psychology, our attitude, our behavior. When you have behaved like good, the society also giving to respect if you have a good behavior. So at the same, when if you have to bad behave, society has treat like you bad. It is your attitude depending upon the work nature is depending upon your psychology, your attitude. Then meanwhile, every movement of the body, it's like movement body. So the Gita has aspect 3 and body, soul, heart. Body, soul, heart. The three, these factors are followed to one way if you have to fruitful life given to us. Every movement of the body, it means here every person. It's movement of every person. Every movement of the body in our society compared to every thought that we think, it is everyone, everybody. Every thought that we think, it is our think means our psychology, our behavior, our attitude. Then leave such an impressions on the mind stuff. First impression, it is your work nature. For you cannot be lazy, you cannot sorrowful, you feel like happy. It's mind that work is you would be you completed to in time and perfectly. Then otherwise they are impressed to you is the ability of the work, is the able person of the work. They are made about in your attitude is the good. Thank you students, reminding you to lesson continue to next class.